Yo, all right, we're back. I got the Cal NC State game queued up here. I'm running the footage from the condensed game because I can't download these. Before I get started, just want to say congrats. Is that the first ACC road win? Or am I mistaken? I don't know. It's been a lot. The city's been on fire. Anyways, I thought this was a good place to start in the second half because it was a close game. Uh, I think it was a low scoring game. I don't think it was a low scoring game. So there's a lot of very tense moments. But again, I can only go with what the highlights they choose here. And I think there's a lot to consider. So this is full disclosure, having not seen the UNC game yet. Again, there's been a lot going on. So maybe some of this already been understood. But if there's a trend I saw before, I'm going to assume I'm going to make the connection to it being something that's happening today without necessarily knowing if they have been better or worse at said thing. Starting with this play. All right, so looks like we're against man. We kind of don't run anything here. I mean, I know Blackshear wants to attack. Great. Like, to me, this isn't offense. Now, our offense has not been, in my opinion, as smooth as last year. I mean, maybe the competition's better, but either this is another misdirection play or everybody's doing something different, right? We got Blackshear on a catch and drive. Dort, I think, is coming up to set maybe a flex screen, while Wilkinson's like literally pointing to him to do the other thing. And then Blackshear just makes a good play. So it's like hard, like, is that good basketball or good Blackshear? Either way, happy to see Blackshear balling again. It fills my heart with warmth. In a very real way, that's part of the reason I think we won this game. His rhythm is starting to come back. Again, it's hard to critique a player who goes down with injury because the doctors, the players, nobody knows what it's like to come back from that. You just got to do it and see how that process feels. All right, so I actually really liked this clip. And I think the next play is similar, but look at how number 12 is defending Andre. This to me is really important. First of all, I think this is perfect defensive position. I mean, depending on your scouting report, right? Like if this is Zion Williamson who's just going to take one power dribble left and put this guy into the front row, maybe not. But in general, if I'm playing someone in this position, this is how I want to see it played. If he spins baseline, he's got enough space to recover. And further, you see this man creeping like he literally has a face on like, ooh, I can't wait for him to not see me. Because the plan is to send Andre to his left, clearly send him to the baseline, and then send help. This is where he gets in trouble. He takes this high dribble thinking he's about to make a pass. But look at this spacing. In fact, let's take this back a second. I kind of don't care what the spacing is here. He's either got to screen this man, screen Ola Joseph to get him into this space, or he's got to cut through. If he's not doing any of those things, I mean, an away screen on Blackshear might work if he holds here and then rolls down. But it's got to be quick and he's got to get out. But he can't shoot. So just what you have here is a 4-out with one guy who's not a shooter. That is part of the reason they're running this strategy. It's almost like turning your man defense into a zone. Played this plenty of times, taken out a lot of great players in playoff time and championship time doing exactly this. So once he picks that ball up thinking, all right, this is the timing for a pass, well, someone's in the way of that pass. So, I mean, maybe he was already going to go baseline, but as soon as he turns around, Mans is there. So now his only outlet pass is to Blackshear at the top. I don't think he's looking to pass. He's already in full go mode. But if this were me on defense, I'd tell my teammate here to make sure he checks Dort. And I'm going to do a little stunt here so that he doesn't get any ideas. And then I'm taking, if he does try to pass this, I'm catching it at the C. Fast break, see you later, City. What we do get is a block and our ball. But I went in depth on that one, so I wouldn't have to go so in depth the second time. Look where this guy's feet are. Perfect. He is discouraging anything to this side. What's not perfect? We have Andre kind of over here doing things. Standing. Dort just in the middle, like, okay, I guess I'll get out. Better than him standing, like where these three guys are. The only real outside space would be here. And I think he has a good instinct to try to get here, which we call the dunker spot. Because his man should help if there's a drive, and then he should get that pass. Problem is, and it's not a problem if you're on defense. This is good defense. My man here with the colorful shoes, well, he's standing right where Dort wants to go, which is discouraging him now. Maybe this is high-level stuff, but me, as a pro, after a couple times noticing this man's activity and knowing this man's coming to help, I know his job is to keep me out. So I'm just flying down and hitting him, like literally posting him up while there's no one to post up. So that when Andre makes this drive, either he has such a clear pass out to the corner because this man is tangling with me, or this man has fought me so much that now he realizes he's got to get out, and it's a drop-down pass from the drive to the big man. Because none of that is happening. We get that late release there, which is great because this is the only real open space, but it also brings this man in here, and where it stands, there is no open pass. I mean, if this is Jokic, maybe he flips some with his left hand over here to our man Wilkinson, but now, I didn't start off this. We win this game with these two plays hating. I'm starting it out with those two plays because I'm realizing that they're starting to play Andre, other teams, from the games I saw. I don't know what NC did, in this very particular way. And that we're standing around doing it. And it's kind of hard to watch. I mean, in one sense, we are definitely prepping a star player for professional basketball. I mean, if you can score in the situation I just showed you consistently, you're a pro. If you have to score in that situation consistently, you're probably on a team that's losing. I'm going to fast forward just to the end here. No, maybe there's one more. Oh, yeah, no, that is the end. Great. So, for the last time, why did I stick to that? Why does that play that I just showed you matter? Because watch this. All right, Cal's up 2, 129 left. Andre catches the ball in the wing. His man is connected, waiting for a potential handoff switch. Now, if you truly balling, you're probably going to try to catch this ball with 1 foot closer here because, hypothetically, if he were to turn into a shot, he'd be about 4 feet away, and this guy would be in his space. He actually does get it there. He's just kind of lazily coming off. So look at this. This is why I said, again, me. This is just me as a pro. Either I'm doing it or because I'm working with guards, I'm telling them, you better look for this. Immediate curl off because this man is looking to switch and he is so far out of position. I like that my my cursor got big there. How did I do that? That was crazy. This is the immediate play. Boom. Okay, but in lieu of that, great. I said this guy's out of position. True. But he's not out of position to them. He's out of position to me. To them, he's in perfect position. His first thought was to discourage this right drive. Meaning, when we saw that post up here, when we saw the wing catch here, and what we're seeing now is the exact same idea. The first thought is to send him away. And what's crazy is it's giving so much space. And what's also crazy is we are running 5 out with a guy who can't shoot threes for a lot of this. So it's got to open lanes, but again, look at the total score. Anyways, so Mans jumps out hard right. The screen starts to come, and like it's, he plays it like super honest. In fact, I'm just realizing this. This is such good defense on this guy's part. I got to give him credit. So he's playing Blackshear on the ball, tight out here because of the game and the time and situation and because of his range. He turns his head to the right, so now all he sees is Andre. He takes this angle because he knows his first thought is to discourage here. He would hope that his man might take this space to discourage that, but that's not what's happening. He's doing his job, which to me looks out of position, but it isn't because his first thought is to stop this right-hand drive. So then his next move is to get into position defensively for the one-on-one play because he does not know a screen is coming. And then you see his twisties in the air. He immediately notices the screen and jumps it. And this is also Sissoko's fault a little bit because, my word, guy, this amount of space on the screen is unnecessary. Andre is walking into this screen. He's got to be here. Like, boom. And further, I would like to see his feet. His stance right now is opening the door to go this way. I want his stance, like on this line, opening this drive where he can step back and shoot or he can go all the way. Because you don't get that strong screen, my man on defense jumps out hard and just knocks the ball away. There was no screen. I don't know if there was a foul there or not. Look at Mark. It looked like he just went like, oh, geez. And then we get an and one foul on our star, who's also now tired from running back. But these are the plays that matter because, A, time and situation, but B, this play wouldn't happen this way if, for me, I was Andre's teammate. That first time I saw him post up here and turn baseline and get, I'd say they are playing you hard left. We know this. You're not bad with your left hand. They just think it's an easier way to play you based on how the team is going to move. So we need to start moving different. And you need to start recognizing this. And especially if I know this man has been jumping up, because this is the end of the game. This can't be the first time. I'm starting to even come down here and set a screen this way with my back to the baseline so that Andre, this is how you really set up a defense. You got this man running all the way down here. Then he's going to switch. And then he gets hit on a screen coming from the exact direction he just switched from. I don't know. Maybe this stuff is easier to me. But maybe, again, like part of the reason I have to say all of this with a grain of salt is because we legitimately always have a new team. So I don't know how long it takes to teach this stuff to college kids. I know for a fact I didn't know this stuff in college. So can I say like, oh, every college kid should know this? I don't know. What I know is that there are coaches who know this, and there's coaches who know how to transfer this information, and I hope our guys can do it. And I think that they, last year some of this stuff looked cleaner. Just straight up. And that's, I got to give credit to Tyson and AMAC for that. So I'm just going to show the last play, the game-winning play, essentially, which is crazy. This is for how good NC State's defense was. This is just god-awful. This is just god. Ola Joseph just tosses it here and just jogs to the corner. Somehow, everyone loses him, and then in their confusion, all it takes is one hezzy from Blackshear. This guy doesn't help at all. Even if he did, this man's late to the help. And then there's a great left-hand finish. And by the way, when I kept saying that Ola Joseph, I'm sorry, that Blackshear was hurt earlier and that it didn't look right, it's because he was missing stuff like that. Well, he didn't miss that one, did he? Whoop. Woo. Look, they're hand to hand, and his feet are like 2 feet further off the ground. Anyways, that's it for the video breakdown. Hopefully you read the piece that I wrote. And be sure, if you didn't read it, but too long didn't read, look up Eric Begun, former Cal tight end. He's helping people down in LA with this fire stuff. All right, y'all. Peace. Holy